Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. I hope you guys are doing good. How y'all doing? It's Saturday night. I hope y'all have had a great Saturday. I have been in my bed all day. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to get my rest. I really had to get my rest because tomorrow is a new week and I can't go into next week tired. I'm really trying to stay on top of things, and really, like, this week just made me do a little bit of evaluation about what I've been having going on for the past 2 months. And I personally just am in a space where, I'm always moving forward, I'm always going. So, I try to have as much energy as possible because I have a lot going on. So I definitely got my rest today. I slept literally all day. I did get up and do some stuff this morning, and I ate. Most of the time I slept, I was up until like 5, almost 6 this morning, really. I went out last night, but like I didn't get drunk or anything like that. I actually had a good time, a fun time. Saw some people I haven't seen in a while, and it was a good night actually. Sometimes I like make myself feel guilty for just simply enjoying life, and I have to stop doing it because I just feel like, oh my God, I got all this stuff that I gotta do. And so when I rest or when I go out, I kind of tend to feel guilty because I feel like I should be here doing stuff. But I be having to remind myself, like, it's okay. You don't get a night back. You don't get a rewind. So enjoy your life when you can, especially when you do something that you didn't even plan on doing, but then you do it. And then, like, literally, I did not want to go anywhere last night, but I did. And, I really did enjoy myself. So that be the plus, like, had good conversation, everything. So that be the plus about, life. You just never know what you're going to encounter. It's Saturday, Reflection Saturdays. I'm doing this late again. I have been asleep and I do not feel bad. I feel actually good after I rested. I needed that rest because, again, tomorrow's a new week and I gotta go into it with full-blown energy because I'm trying to do things differently, especially after evaluating, these past 2 months and my past week. And so let me get into my reflection and then let you guys go. And I hope you guys reflect on your week and you're able to learn from it or, gain from it and continue to move forward into your week. So this week I said that it has been a long week. Truthfully, it has. It felt like that. And it's because I feel like some days I found myself having a lot of energy, and then like other days this week I've been really, really tired, really, really drained. And so, I've been trying to, enjoy my days where I've had a lot of energy, and then also like try to rest and reserve that energy when I feel, drained and tired. And I have been doing just that. Like, anytime I had good energy, I've been embracing it. Anytime I've been really, really tired, I'll rest and get my sleep. But this week I've had a lot of, feelings of guiltiness for no reason. So I feel like I have a lot going on. I don't feel like it's a lot, of course, because I'm managing it and I'm handling it. But when I have a lot of stuff going on and I'm tired and I rest, I feel guilty. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be resting. I shouldn't be asleep. I shouldn't be laying down because I feel like I need to be doing what I have to do, And it's not like what I have to do isn't done. Like, I get stuff done, but then when I rest, I just feel like I could be doing more. Like, there's more that I can do, or I could be getting ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I have to think about it. Like, I do a lot, but I also get it done, and I also work at my own pace. And it's okay to, keep working at that pace, because if I am going ahead and getting stuff done ahead of time, I am putting an extra workload on myself when I could be resting. So I just have to remind myself and, remember that it's okay to rest. Like, I really, really, really be feeling guilty when I get extra rest, extra sleep, but literally my body be so tired and it be talking to me. And I like to listen. Listen to your body and what it tells you, and answer it, follow through, give it what it needs. So if my body is drained and I'm tired, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna rest. That's one thing I'm gonna do. And it's good because just imagine if I didn't get any rest today and I was up just doing a lot, knowing I just went to bed at 6. And mind you, I have a goal where I work on my first project 2 times a week, and it's usually at the end of the week. Last night I came home and I took a shower and I wasn't sleepy. So instead of just being on my phone and doing whatever, I worked on my first project because I haven't worked on it, you know, this week at all. And I'm going to work on it tonight too to meet my goal. But it was just that, you know, look at how I did that. But then I rested all day, you know. I meditated, I read the Bible, I wrote my reflection for the video, and watched a little bit of TV and ate. But, you know, other than that, I rested. Just imagine if I would have filled my day with a lot of work and a lot of movement. I'd be tired right now. And I also would go into tomorrow tired. And, you know, with me trying to do things differently, I definitely don't want to start my week tired at all. So just always, I know I say this a lot, but on a journey it's important, especially when you're going after things and you have a lot going on and you know you're always doing, and however it looks for you. I just want y'all to know that rest is important because a lot of people feel like it's not. And a lot of people feel like, you know, if you lay down and you rest your body and you get a nap in and you sleep, you feel like you're not doing nothing. Like you equate that to laziness and you're doing nothing, but really it's not. You're resting your body, your mind, so that you can come back 10 times harder with what you have going on. So I just want you guys to always remember that it's okay to rest. Anytime I've had a week where, you know, I've been tired and I've rested, I'd like to tell y'all about that because, again, I know some people feel like, you know, oh, you in the bed all day, you ain't doing nothing. You sleep all day, you ain't doing nothing. It's okay to do nothing at all. You're rejuvenating. You're getting your life together. You're getting it together. It's okay to rest your body and your mind. Just because you lay in your bed does not mean you're not doing anything. Now, it's a difference when you lay in your bed like every day knowing you got stuff to do. You're doing too much. But it's okay to rest. It's okay to relax your body, relax your mind, and do absolutely nothing. Not even be on your phone. Sometimes not even watch TV. I just hate that I feel guilty, but like it's because I have a lot going on. So anytime, you know, I just feel like OMG, OMG. But the plus in it is when, you know, I do rest and then when I get up I feel better. Like I've been again sleep all day, but after taking me a shower and getting up and preparing myself to get ready for this, I have lots of energy. So now like I know I'm going to be up, but I have something else to work on too, which is my first project, so that's a good thing. Anyway, I just don't know what I'm going to eat. So this week I've had to examine, you know, again, everything that I have going on, especially since I've noticed that I've been a little tired. And that's because I don't want to get burnt out. Because if I get burnt out, you know, I get overwhelmed and, you know, it begins to be too much. And the only thing that I do tend to want to do is lay down. And again, I don't want to get to that place at all. So I had to like evaluate everything this week and just keep thinking about the way I'm doing things. And I'm thinking about like, okay, am I, you know, do I have a good day-to-day schedule, you know? Just looking at everything. When I go to bed, when I go to sleep, all this stuff. Like I was just like looking at everything like, all right, what can I do? What can I adjust to, Alexa, turn down. What can I do to just make sure that I don't get burnt out, basically, you know, to make sure that everything is steady and at my pace and it's not too much. And, you know, I'm not getting tired. I'm not getting annoyed. I'm not getting frustrated, you know. Doing everything with ease and I'm flowing. So I had to evaluate a lot this week. I think one of the biggest things though that I had to evaluate was my sleep schedule and its effect on me, because my sleep schedule is a mess. But like I was saying, I think at the start of this week or maybe last week, I get everything done but yoga, you know. But again, I found myself tired, drained some days, and then other days I've had energy. So it's been like a seesaw this week. Like it's been ups and downs, you know, of energy burst and then like draining, you know, energy gone. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to try and get myself on a better, healthier sleep schedule. This week has pushed me, definitely, but I've been able to handle any and everything thrown my way. So even though I've been a little tired, I've been, again, getting things done. Getting things done. Anything that's happened this week, handled, out the way, no worries. It's just that I feel that seesaw, I feel the ups and downs. So I'm evaluating, I'm thinking like, okay, Nay, what can you do to really try to work harder at a better, healthier sleep schedule? Because that's important. It's very important because granted, it's okay to need your rest, but like I've noticed that when I am tired, I literally be drained. Like I was just saying the other day, I think yesterday maybe, I don't know, but yeah, yesterday I was asleep and I had got up at one point and went to the bathroom and I just felt like not like I was gonna pass out, but like I felt out of it, like just real drained. I was super out of it. Like it was like I was in a movie, like going back and forth, like I'm drunk or something. Like I was out of it yesterday morning, afternoon. I don't know what time I had got up because I went right back to sleep. It was like mid morning, towards the afternoon probably. So in my evaluation, I just knew like you got to figure it out. So hopefully I'm able to figure it out tomorrow. I got some things going on in my head because sometimes you get to a point in your life where you just stop talking about it and you just do it. So I'm just hoping that I just do this week and just try not to think about it. And it's harder than it seems. Like trying to change my sleep schedule is so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. But I was just thinking about it today, and I think the easiest way for me to change it is to start with, instead of trying to like go to bed at a certain time, I just need to go ahead and start waking up at a certain time because I feel like I'll be tired by 10:30. But it's crazy because I actually have been in the bed some nights by 10:30. So that's a plus. Not all night, not all the nights, but I have been. And I have got up early some mornings again this week too. So it's not all bad, but I've been drained, like literally drained. So it's just something has to give because I don't like that feeling of, of just being drained physically and mentally, you know. Like it's okay to be tired, but drained is a whole nother level. I feel like it's a different type of, feeling. Like drained is when you like just deep down in it. Like tired is like, okay, I'm tired, I need a nap. Drained is when you like, I don't want to get out the bed, I don't want to do anything. But your body and your mind just feels out of it. Like you feel extreme, like you're exhausted. That's drained, like you're exhausted. But I got through my week. It's been a seesaw week, but I got through it, and that's the most important thing for me. And again, it was just like realizing like, definitely something has to give to the point where, you do have a lot going on and it is okay to rest, but look at what you're doing. Look at everything that you're doing to play a part in why you're so drained. So that's what I had to evaluate this week. What role are you playing in the fact that, sometimes you wake up and you're really drained? So that's pretty much what I had to do. So just my advice to y'all really is to definitely keep evaluating yourself every step of the way. Especially when you recognize, unhealthy things or not so good things that you want to work on. Evaluate it and see what's going wrong, what's going right, what needs to be done, what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be healthier, what needs to be changed, what you need to do better, what you need to do less of. The most important part is to evaluate everything that you have going on. I felt like the week had started rocky, but I realized that I had been too much in my head about things. Sometimes I just need to relax and not think so much because how you think can ruin a good thing. So, this week I've been in my head a lot. Really thinking a lot this week. And it was kind of based off last week. I was going into this week kind of, a little down on myself, kind of just thinking like, the consequences of my actions, basically. I kind of just came into this week kind of like, just being real negative about my journey a little bit. So my week started rocky because I started to doubt and question, you know, my journey and what I was doing, specifically this. And so I just kind of had to really spend some time with God, you know, reading my Bible and stuff, and, you know, getting that reassurance. A lot of times this week I've been in bed just on my phone Bible, just scrolling and reading, because I felt like I needed, you know, counsel, basically, you know, some guidance, you know, some reassurance, some positivity, because again, I came into this week a little negative about, you know, particularly this, and not on some OMG, you know, it's not doing this, it's not, it wasn't even that. I started feeling negative about my ability to push out my messages and talk about the things that I want to talk about. I wasn't questioning, like, is this for me? I was kind of thinking about my actions, and, you know, coming into this week, I'm just like, you know, am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? That's kind of what I'm asking God, because, you know, it just felt a little rocky this week. It felt very rocky with my channel, really. Just with my messages and, you know, just getting prepared and stuff like that. It was just really, really a little rocky for me, in my opinion. And I realized towards the end of the week that I was just thinking too much. And that's a part of my trying to make sure everything is perfect. I had to realize that, you know, nothing is perfect. I'm not perfect. And that it's okay to make mistakes. You know, I really have to stop being, you know, so critical of myself when I mess up. And, you know, of course, I do believe in, you know, every action having a consequence, you know, whether good or bad, you know, whatever you put out there, it comes back to you. But, you know, I had to realize that regardless, you still have to take whatever comes with whatever you do. So whatever actions I take or make, good or bad, you know, I have to always be prepared for what could come back. And it's crazy because some things, whether good or bad, don't come back years from now. So I can't dwell on or think about what comes back to me. I just have to keep moving forward, because at the end of the day, I did make a decision. I did put out some energy, and regardless of the way it comes back into my life, into my world, I still have to keep moving forward, and I still have to do what I was put here to do, because mistakes are inevitable. They're going to be made. No matter what that mistake looked like, they are going to be made, because you're not perfect and you're only human. And, you know, that's what I had to tell myself at the end of this week, you know, because it started to get a little better. And so I just had to remind myself, like, you know, regardless of what happens, Nay, you have to stay focused, and you have to do what you were put here to do. Like, you are on the right track. You are on the right path. I just let, you know, my own negativity kind of get into my mind, and made me feel like, you know, it made me start to question what I had going on, like my abilities, when obviously I'm more than capable to do a lot, not just this, but a lot. And, you know, I just have to keep going. I can't think negatively about what I have going on just because I make mistakes. I just have to learn from them and keep moving forward and keep doing what I'm doing. My biggest thing this week was realizing that I know for sure I'm on the right path, doing all that I need to do, and to not think anything else. Everything is always going to be all right as long as I continue to do my part correctly. By staying focused, eyes straight ahead, and feet continuously moving forward. So that's how I ended my reflection, and that's just kind of what I just said. I've never did a video like this late. But it's all good. I needed that rest today, y'all. I really did. So I don't feel bad at all. I slept good. I feel great. I really do. But that's how I ended my reflection. I definitely feel like I had a week. I had a week where I was in my head. I was definitely in my head, you know, because like I told y'all, I do hold myself like up here, you know, like I do. And so when I don't perform how I set the standard to perform, it kind of gets to me. And so, you know, a big, like, I know for me, my mind is definitely my worst enemy. Um, Everybody deals with stuff differently. Everybody has their own, I feel like, their own, you know, everybody has their own, you know, dark side, and you know, they have their own, you know, unhealthy habits, and they have their own, you know, ways of dealing with things, and etc., etc. Everybody is different, but also, you know, we are one and the same as well. The person next to you might not feel you, but the person two steps down might feel you. So for me, what's up here, what happens to, you know, happen up here, sometimes it's not all good. It's not all pretty. It's not all rainbows and flowers and unicorns up here. And so, you know, my biggest battle has always been mentally. My biggest battle has always been mentally. You know, I am a very sensitive person, and my emotions have played a huge role in my life as well. But this has always been my biggest battle, my mind. You know, I've always been at war with my mind. My walls, like Kevin Gates say, the walls up here are always talking to me. Like, I've always felt like a prisoner in my own mind, you know. And so going on my journey, healing myself, was me fighting back, finally fighting back. And, you know, it's still a fight to this day. So when I mess up, or, you know, when I get hurt or I feel pain or anything, you know, that's when that battle starts back up again. And so I'm not always constantly fighting, but again, like, being triggered or making a mistake does bring about, you know, that battle, that war. Like, here we go. I cannot talk today. And so that's kind of how I started this week, you know, mentally battling myself. And towards the end of the week, I just finally had to realize, like, you know, it's okay, because you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And don't doubt that for a second. You know who you are. And not to really compare myself, but, you know, I had to tell myself, like, girl, you're not the only person that made mistakes. Like, people probably have made so many more mistakes than you. Like, calm down. I really just had to relax, because you do. Like, relax your mind. It's okay. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. The biggest thing that I just have to remember is that, you know, I have to remember what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is something different, something new. And I have to really stay the course, stay focused, and I can't fall off. And, you know, I can fall off by pushing my own self off. And I don't want to be there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in that mindset. So I definitely had to just remind myself, like, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Do not doubt your abilities for a second. Don't ever doubt what God gave you. Even when you mess up, even when you do wrong, God still loves you. He knows you're human. He knows you're gonna mess up before you even mess up, like I told you guys. So again, you know, I had to go to war this week, and, you know, I feel like I won. You know, I came back on top. I came to the realization that I am exactly where I need to be, where I'm supposed to be. And I shouldn't doubt what I know God gave me, because He gave it to me for a reason. He put me where I am for a reason. So why would I doubt that at all? So even in the midst of my mistakes, I can't think that, you know, God is what do we call it? When people give you something and they take it back, an Indian giver. I can't think that God is an Indian giver. That just because I mess up, He's just gonna snatch away my abilities just like that. Not right away, anyway. I believe, like, if you knowingly continue to mess up, he don't play that. Humble yourself, definitely. But, with me really, really, really just being where I am with him in our relationship, I know he was definitely this week telling me, like, child, it is okay. Learn from everything that you go through. Keep fighting the fight. Keep strengthening your mind and yourself. Keep being nicer to yourself. And, to know is to be aware. And to be aware is to know that I know that if I put something bad out there, that something bad could come back. But just off the strength that I know that, is that I shouldn't even be putting anything bad out there at all. So that's where, doing my part correctly comes in. When you know better, you just do better. And so, I know better. And I just can't see myself not acting correctly. I cannot see myself not doing what I know I should be doing versus what the darker side prefers me to do. We tend to call it our ego, your ego. That, I can do anything, whatever I want version of us, But you have to stay humble, and you have to know that definitely what goes around comes around. And, I don't want negativity in my life, and I don't want anything bad in my life. So to know better is to definitely do better. And I just realized that the most important thing for me is to move correctly at all times. To try my hardest to not make a mistake. Yes, they are inevitable, but I feel like you always got a choice, and sometimes we choose the wrong thing, even when we know that we should choose the right thing. Sometimes we go against our better judgment, our intuition. And that's the mistake. When you go against what you already know, when you go against yourself, when you go against that gut feeling, that's the mistake. I feel like as soon as we make a mistake, we already know we made it. We just eventually shrug it off like, oh well, it is what it is. But I'm in a point in my life, like when I make a mistake, it hits me as soon as I make it. I feel like I've always been like that. Like I feel like I've always known better, but I just don't listen to myself for some reason. But it's like now, I want to be to a point where when choices are laid upon me and it's time to choose a path, a direction, I gotta really think about it and really listen to myself versus my ego. One choice is the correct one, and the other one is a tempting one. One choice is the correct one, and the other one is a tempting one. Lead us not into temptation. But it's so easy to fall into. And that could be anything, y'all. We say temptation and we automatically equate it to sex. No, it could be anything. Temptation can look like anything for anybody, for different people. So it's just that I'm to a point where when I got the choice to do right or fall into temptation, I should automatically be aware and know to choose the right one. And I don't have to feel bad about it. Because I know that this choice is going to bring me good versus that choice. And I want good versus bad. So this week, I just realized that, I just have to do better when it comes to making choices, right decisions. Because then if I don't, I'll continuously be in my head about the choices I made, the wrong choices I made. And then I'll start to question my abilities and, feel like, I'm not meant for this. When truly I am, But I don't want to keep having to go through that when I could just do what's right from the beginning because I'm already knowing. And when you already know, again, you just do better. And it's more easier said than done. It's easier said than done. It's so easy to choose the temptation, whatever that looks like. It's easier because sometimes we're so used to it. It's something we're familiar to. So why not, you know? Why not choose this, you know? What's so bad that could happen? But then you kind of look at your life and you realize, like, yeah, it could get wild. It could get crazy. It could get real bad. So you kind of just don't want to. I don't want what, you know, I feel like as far as my life goes, I feel like my karma has been crazy. You know, like, but I've dealt with it. Anything, like I said, anything that's ever come my way in my life, I've dealt with it. You know, I've gotten through it on my own. You know, I'm very strong. But again, who wants to keep bringing in bad karma when they know better? I don't. So that's my reflection for this week, y'all. To stay afloat, basically, definitely. And, you know, not feel guilty for resting, but to also try my hardest to really figure out a way that I can be more healthier with sleeping and getting rest. Because yes, it's okay to rest, but if I'm playing a huge role in why I'm so drained, I gotta fix it. Because it starts with me before anything else. Also, I just have to be kinder to myself. When I mess up, it's okay to mess up. And then just also realizing that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And, you know, I just have to do better. And that's okay to admit. I'm really big on accountability. I don't mind taking accountability for my actions and when I make mistakes and when I mess up. I don't mind taking accountability. I don't mind looking at myself because when you know better, you do better. And I learned a lot from my mistakes. I learned a lot from my wrong choices. I've learned a lot in life over the years. Again, this is just an example of the fact that you're forever learning. I still have a lot of growing to do. Sometimes, you know, I don't ever feel like, oh, I'm done growing and learning. But, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, I should be at a point where you should be not making mistakes. But, you know, they're inevitable. But, again, when you know better, you do better. So, like, a goal of mine is to just do better as much as I can versus knowing better and not doing better. Because to know that my intentions are to always try to do better is better than me not having intentions to do better and still doing whatever I want to do. Knowing that consequences come behind, you know, feeling like I can do whatever I want to do. Like I'm Miss Bad A, you know? So, yeah, y'all. That's just my reflection of my week. A lot of evaluation, you know, a lot of overthinking it in my head, you know, some mental battles this week, but I did get through it and I did come out on top. And I have learned a lot this week, a lot of taking accountability, you know, and, you know, a little bit of growing this week. So that's good. And I've also this week, I realized that, you know, I've grown a lot, you know, in other areas, you know, just to the point where, you know, I'm happy and I don't want anything ruining my peace or anybody. Stay where you at. It is all like, it's all, you know, my name is Bennett and I'm not in it. I don't care. Like, it's a lot that, you know, I don't give my energy to. I'm not giving my energy to anything that's going to drain me. I have way too much going on to allow anything to take away from me because what I have going on already takes a lot from me. So to allow other individuals to try to take my energy as well, that's just not going to happen. So I just realized that I've grown a lot. And then also just, you know, I just learned that, you know, I have to be like, I have to stay humble. That's another thing. Always gotta stay humble because like when I tell y'all, we have a light and a dark side to ourselves. And when I tell y'all I'm very evil, I'm very evil. So I'm just thankful that I've grown to a place in my life where I don't even care to be evil. I don't even care to bring that side up out of me. How you treat people in situations are very important. Sometimes what somebody brings to you has more so to do with them than you. And I've said this plenty of times, and it's important to know. It has more to do with them than you. Especially when you know you over here good, you chilling, you ain't bothering nobody, you happy, you peaceful, you know, and somebody brings something to you, to your doorstep, that's trying to get you out of character. It has more so to do with them than you. And I'm just thankful that I'm in a place where I'm not letting anything get me out of character, get me mad. No, you know, I'm not there anymore. I'm at peace and I'm happy. So guys, I hope you guys have had a great Saturday. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have fun. If you're out tonight, if you've been out, I hope y'all had great times. Yes, enjoy life. Definitely. Be patient, be kind, be humble, be gentle, show compassion. You are love. Love is within you, so show love. You are light. Shine your light. You never know who needs it. Be you. Stay true to who you are. I love you guys from my heart to yours.